I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford. Fournier.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Menser.
I'm here.
Yeah, twice. Announcements, announcements, acknowledgements, communication, and reports. Do we have any from the board? None? Okay. Adoption of the agenda is presented.
Motion to present or approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Okay, public participation, this is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name and residential address and that you adhere to the 3-minute rule. So the mic is open.
Hello, my name is Sean Yarrow and I reside at 19 Hubbard Street. The last time I stood before this commission was in October of 2004. I'd like to thank Mayor Dempsey for all the improvements she's done to the city. The reason I stood in front of this board in 2004 was because my brother's body was found at the Bell Forklift Building.
Yes.
There's been a lot of changes, positive, to the city, and our family still resides here, 9 generations. The oldest living member of the family is Dorothy Campo, who's 102 years old, who lives on Lincoln Street with my sister-in-law. I'm here because I had to go to court on Thursday for 2 criminal charges of illegal rental property. When the attorney addressed the Mount Clemens attorney about evidence, he said, "We don't have any, there were just red flags." So, if the committee is not aware of the procedure and process of what's happening to the citizens, I thought it would be a good time to address that. It cost me $500 to retain an attorney. I'm sure it costs the city $300 to $350 to file the complaint. Red flags? Those red flags consequently went to the state, who took my homestead away. And now I am one of the 18.3% of the residents in the city of Mount Clemens who are delinquent in their taxes. So I'd like to address that issue as well. The median income in the city of Mount Clemens is $31,000. That puts 22.36% of the people under the poverty line. Taxes are increasing, and with 13.8% of the population not paying their taxes, the commission said last week that they'll send a notice in the December tax roll. Thanks, guys. What steps are you taking to keep people in their homes? Is it up to the city or the county to adapt something like Detroit has done with the pay-as-you-stay program, where taxpayers can have their penalties and interest dropped and up to 5 years to pay their taxes off? I haven't seen anything like that from this council, and I'm very concerned about it. It's been 10 years since the last World Depression. We're headed for another. Things are going to get worse before they get better. That's all I really have to say. I'm not happy about the events that's happened. I am a visiting professor, and I was in Saudi Arabia when the query letters came out from the city. Was not able to get that correspondence. I let the U.S. Department of State and Homeland Security know my whereabouts. I was not aware that I had to inform the city of Mount Clemens. So that being said, I'm more concerned about the delinquent taxes and the process that's used to persecute how I felt, take 2 days off work, hire an attorney, go to court on not misdemeanors but criminal charges when my daughter lives in my house and my grandchildren, and we've been in this community 9 generations. So I just thought I'd bring it to your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Okay, seeing none. Administrative response to issue or questions raised during previous meeting.
A property owner questioned the procedure followed regarding the rezoning of 142 northbound Gratiot Avenue. State law and city ordinance dictate that rezoning requests go before the Planning Commission, which conducts a public hearing on the same. The Planning Commission is then required to submit a recommendation of either approval or denial to the City Commission. Because rezoning is an ordinance amendment, only the City Commission may approve or deny rezoning. The foregoing procedure was precisely followed in this matter, and all drafting of agendas, ordinances, and/or amendments to the same were directed and prepared by administration and the city attorney. That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, approval of the minutes from previous meetings.
Move to approve the minutes of the City Commission meeting October 21st, 2019.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
General business, 9A, first public hearing for the downtown maintenance program. This is a public hearing, so you may speak on this subject matter. So I need a motion to open the public meeting.
Move to open the first public hearing for downtown maintenance program.
Support.
The enclosed map indicates primary and secondary streets. Also enclosed is a determination of assessment that was submitted by the Downtown Development Maintenance Committee when the program was first initiated. The projected 2019-2020 expense is $57,720. A primary rate of $9.71 and a secondary rate of $4.45 will generate a total assessment of $57,706.
This is a public hearing. Does anybody want to address this body on this? Okay, seeing none, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close the first public hearing, adopt rates, and instruct the assessor to prepare the special assessment roll and set date for second public hearing on November 18th, 2019.
Support.
Roll call. Or is there any discussion on the board? Okay, roll call.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes. 9B, request to adopt a resolution for a charitable gaming license in support of recognizing the Resolution Center as a nonprofit organization. I need a motion.
Move to adopt the local governing body resolution for charitable gaming license for the Resolution Center.
Support.
The Resolution Center, whose office has been in Mount Clemens since 1993, provides facilitative mediation services to businesses and residents of Macomb and St. Clair counties. Mr. Craig Pappas, Executive Director, is requesting that the Resolution Center be recognized as a nonprofit organization to hold a fundraiser, and they are applying for a charitable gaming license from the state of Michigan to do so. The state's application process requires that the local governmental subdivision in which the organization is based recognize it by resolution as a nonprofit organization in the community. The Resolution Center is recognized by the Internal Revenue Service as a 501c3 organization.
Are there any questions? Comments? Roll call, please.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Okay, 9C, approve purchase and payment of invoices.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Any questions?
Commissioner Menser?
I am looking at the repairs to fire truck number 2, and that was won by a company in Chicago. Is that being sent out?
The that Clemens Sales, their headquarters is out of Chicago,
Mhm.
but they're actually right there in Clinton Township, just outside of the Mount Clemens.
Perfect.
One question. What's a Viper push camera?
It's a camera that they use to inspect the sewers and
Ah,
those.
okay.
And you know what, now that Commissioner Fournier has mentioned that, I did want to give a shout out to Lenny Bertrand for the research that he did on that camera system and the memo and the letter that he included. So tell him, please, good job.
Okay, anyone else? Roll call, please.
Menzer,
Yes.
Bunting,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Consent agenda?
None.
There is none.
Oh, there is not. Hold on. City manager, all yours.
The city election is tomorrow, November 5th, 2019. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. For questions regarding the election, precinct locations, or voter registration, please contact the city clerk's office at 586-469-6818, extension 3. A reminder that city offices will be closed on Monday, November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. Please be advised that trash pickup will run on schedule. The Downtown Development Authority will host the Christmas Open House in downtown Mount Clemens on Friday, November 22nd, 2019, from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. This event will feature the annual Christmas tree lighting, horse-drawn carriage rides, and visit with Santa. The City of Mount Clemens will once again present the 44th Annual Macomb County Santa Parade on Saturday, November 23rd, 2019. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. and will take place on Main Street between Church and Clinton Streets. The city will be holding its second annual tinsel tour throughout the month of December. Trees will be lit up on Tuesday, December 3rd, and will remain lit until New Year's Day. Anyone interested in participating by sponsoring and decorating a Christmas tree can contact the city manager's office at 586-469-6818, extension 315, to reserve their tree. On a final note, we would like to extend a special thank you to Commissioner Roger Bunton for his many years of service to the city of Mount Clemens. On behalf of city administration and city staff, it has been our pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Are there any questions for Jeff? Okay. Commissioner comments. We're going to go with Ron. Commissioner Campbell.
I would just like to say good luck to Commissioner Bunton. It's been great working with you.
Sir.
And I always enjoy sharing my school and teaching stories with him.
Thank you.
Commissioner Crop.
I would like to say thank you to the residents of Mount Clemens for voting me in as a commissioner 4 years ago. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve the community of Mount Clemens. And I would like to say a special thank you to Commissioner Bunton, who it was always nice sitting next to you, and yeah. So thank you very much. I learned a lot from you.
Taking to save you for last. Commissioner Fournier.
Yes, I have been very privileged to know Mr. Bunton and work with him on this commission. His professionalism is unsurpassed. We might not always agree, but he's never sarcastic, bitter, and he never carries a grudge. I know I can always talk to him about any issue, and I truly value his advice and his counsel. Without a doubt, he's one of the true leaders in this city, and I know even if he's no longer on the commission, Mount Clemens will continue to benefit from his involvement in this community. We will all miss Commissioner Wisdom, and tonight I'm going to offer a saying of my own, one I have preached to my children and everyone I've ever worked with. My Commissioner Wisdom is, humble is good, your work will speak for itself. Commissioner Bunton, your work has spoken volumes, and a more humbler man I have never met. I will miss having you as part of this commission, but I hope I can always count on you as a friend and still turn to you for that advice and counsel.
It's been fun sparring with you. We've been together for, almost 6 years, so it's been a lot of fun, it's been challenging, and I have the utmost respect for you. So I just want to hear that you are going to have some fun, that you're going to travel, that you're going to go places and do some great things. So send us a postcard once in a while. I have a couple other things today. So I wanted to point out that last week, November 1st, Friday, Mount Clemens police officer Robert Aarons died in the line of duty in 1973 during an armed robbery at the Time Shop down in Macomb Place. Some people might remember the name Bonner Upshaw. Bonner Upshaw took care of that criminal in the basement of the building. And I just think it's important that we remember the officers that gave all in service to our city. The Mount Clemens Optimist Club wants to thank each and every one of you for your support for Trunk or Treat. We had 33 trunks. We had 1,459 children. We did not count the adults, but we had 1,459 children that came through, and every single one of them was thrilled and got candy, and it was a great day. The Optimist Club made a little over $3,600. Every single penny of that goes to benefit the kids of Mount Clemens, mostly through the school system. We have several programs. We do Blessings in a Backpack, where we send food home on the weekends for kids that will be food insecure. We have Needful for Necessities, where we supply toiletries and toothbrushes and clothes and shoes and others, personal care supplies to the students. This money will help pay for the oratorical contest and the essay contest that will bring these kids scholarship money so that they can go to college. So as president of the Mount Clemens Optimist Club, I want to personally thank everyone who came, everyone who supported us by getting a trunk, and everyone who supported us with a donor sponsorship. Thank you so much. We will put this money to good use, and if you have any suggestions or ideas or commentary that you would like to give us to improve Trunk or Treat next year, I think we can't get any better than we are, but if you have any ideas, please go ahead and contact me. We would really appreciate it. And so thank you again. It was a marvelous event, and we're very happy to be such a major sponsor of our schools. I was contacted by a resident over from Sleepy Hollow off Riverside Drive. That's a nice green area. There are a lot of deer and wild animals there. There are deer that come over from Shady Side to swim across the river and make their home in Sleepy Hollow. Recently, some idiots, I'm going to tell you right now, idiots, went out there with a bow and arrow and shot and killed 2 of our deer. There's no hunting in that park, and they just left them there to die. They didn't even harvest the meat, and we might have could have understood something if they had tried to harvest the meat, but they just went out there in wanton destruction and killed 2 beautiful animals. So I'm going to ask you to keep an eye on Shady Side and to keep an eye on Sleepy Hollow. And if you know who did this, call the police department, call the sheriff department, call the DNR. The DNR, the resident who has trail cameras out there that caught this heinous act, turn that trail camera over to the DNR, and the DNR is aware of it, and they have been monitoring that park, both sections now, for this kind of behavior. I am offended and astounded that somebody could be that cruel, okay? So, Veterans Day, next Monday, on 11/11, at 11 o'clock, in front of our fire department, AMVETS Post 29 will be celebrating Veterans Day. Give them a little bit of a minute if they're not right there at 11 o'clock, because they will be coming from the ceremony at Clinton Grove. So please come out to honor our military, our veterans on 11/11, 11 o'clock. And that's what I have tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Button.
First of all, I'm all teary-eyed for all the nice things people have said. It's going to be tough to live up to all of that, I guess. But I would like to thank the commissioners that I've been working with. I've not always agreed with everything they had to say, but I respected everything that they had to say. It takes a team to work together to get things done, and I appreciate my team members. I also would like to thank the mayor. Mayor Dempsey has done a marvelous job of not only trying to lead this group, but to advance the cause of the city. I'd like to thank the administration that I've had a pleasure to work with. You did a great job. You're hardworking, you're very dedicated, and again, I don't always agree with everything you guys did, but I know that you did things that you thought was best for the city, and I appreciate that immensely. I'd like to thank the staff, the professional, very professional people that are very committed, very helpful, and had I known you guys were that good, I'd have been up there in the office every day, all day, and hanging out with you guys because you're great. So I really do appreciate you. I should not have waited so long, but that's my problem. But I can still come by. Anyway, I'd like to thank. I'd like to think if I could get to the right place. All right. And excuse me for the clearing of the throat. I went to take care of my sister in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And if anybody knows anything about that area, it can get very, very cold very, very quick. They had to have a handrail put in after her surgery. And I was working in weather that was 12 degrees above zero, not including the wind chill. And my hands got a little chilly, and so did my nose. But anyway, on with the regular things. That's just a sidebar. I'd like to thank the commissioners that worked with me during my tenure. We did a lot of things to help us from going into emergency financial managership, and I think that was really key to my whole administration. We did not need to go under that kind of a rule. If we did, all that they would do is come in and cut everything until the dollar signs match. And then what we owe, what we have, and when it matches, they walk away. It doesn't matter how they destroyed your community. It only matters with the dollars and cents. And I'm so proud of us for not allowing that to happen. I'm proud that we got to a balanced budget under this administration. We made community improvements to the streets, the sidewalks, and the parks in this area, and many other things as well, but those are the things that I'm greatly proud of. We welcome new business into the downtown area, but also into the community. And I thank our DDA and other people who worked with that to get those kind of things done during the time I was around. We started the process of upgrading our water and our wastewater systems, and that was very important to me. We had, was it 4 or 5 awards for the best water, and now all of a sudden we had water that had a little funny taste to it, and so they're working on getting all that back so that our water is #1 again. There were many other things, too many to mention, so I won't try to go through all of the things that we did, but those are the ones that I really appreciate a great deal. I want to thank the voters that supported me by electing me to 2 terms here for the City Commission. I've tried to live up to your expectations by supporting neighborhoods, businesses, events, organizations that make Mount Clemens a special place and a great city to live in. But I'd also like to create some challenges to the new commission. I would like to have you give back to the voters that saved us from this emergency financial matter managership a tax break of 5 mills in the next year, if we can. And I'm pretty sure we can. Also, hopefully we'll get a Headley rollback to complete that reduction so that our citizens can be rewarded for the things that they did. They bailed this city out, the citizens did. So if the citizens can reap some reward back to them for the things that they committed themselves to do. I have a son that grew up in Mount Clemens, and he moved away, living now in Grosse Pointe Woods, somewhere down there anyway, and wanted to move back to Mount Clemens. And he got here and he started looking for houses, and he found out, your taxes are way too high, I can't live here. And that kind of broke my heart. So we want to get our tax base down a bit if we can. No more payment in lieu of taxes, no more pilots. I don't care how good they come with some kind of a presentation to you. The bottom line is that they're taking tax money away from us. We're already nearly 50% tax-free based in this city. We do not need to give anybody else a tax break. We need to tell them if they want to do business in Mount Clemens, come with your money. Don't ask us for money. Sorry, that's what I would like to see us finish the Art Space project. Mayor Dempsey and a bunch of people, the PDA, have been working diligently on that. That's going to be a great asset to the city of Mount Clemens. We want to see that project completed. Also want to see the downtown farmers market shed completed. And that also will be a drawing point for people to come into Mount Clemens, to do business in Mount Clemens. So we'd like to see all of those kind of things come about. But I have another question. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do we support business to draw residents to the city? Or do we draw residents to the city and they demand services? They demand businesses. So I don't know which way that goes. I just know that that's a thing we need to get into, that we need to pursue and make up our mind which way we want to go with it and go full go with it. Again, I want to congratulate the Downtown Development Authority, the DDA, for the businesses that they support, the things that they support in the city of Mount Clemens. I'm trying to do this quickly, folks. All right, back to Commissioner Wisdoms. I know this is my last time, so I have a couple for you. I have to give Mama Bunton another one. I missed the last meeting. I was going to do this at the last meeting, but anyway, my mother gave me this when I was young. I didn't understand it at first, and as I matured, I do understand it. Love many, trust few, and always paddle your own canoe. Now, for those who don't get that, as I didn't, the love many is agape love. It's not eros, the erotic love, it's agape love. And that's the love you have for neighbors, for friends, for cousins, it's that kind of love. Trust few. You have to be cautious. You cannot take everybody's word for everything they say. You have to examine and make sure that things are being on the up and up when you talk to people, when you deal with people. And finally, the paddle your own canoe, pretty obvious. Don't follow the crowd. If things are going in the right direction, go with the right direction. If they're not going in the right direction, you can depart from that direction and go another way. I had a situation where coming home from, in high school, coming home from one of our games, some of the guys on the team saw this person that they didn't like, and they were going to go and rough them up. Well, look, my path said, get away from that and go in another direction, and so I went. Now, they got in trouble over it. I went home because I knew if I went home and told my dad that that happened and I was involved in it, he would skin me alive. I'm not worried about the police department. I'm worried about my dad. So anyway, love many, trust few, always paddle your own canoe. And the last, Commissioner Wisdom, forever. No, not forever. Anyway, I would rather leave when people want me to stay than to stay when people want me to leave. And that's from Barbara Walters. And with that, I'll say good night and goodbye.
Okay, a couple advertisements here. The parade is coming up, and we're still looking, of course, for volunteers and participants. We had October 25th as a soft date, because we always know that people wait until November to get their applications in and everything. So it's still open. We're still looking for participants. We're pretty much where we were last year, so we're excited about that. But volunteers and participants for the parade. Secondly, at the last meeting, I just wanted to correct something that was said. I was watching the tape, and I just want it on record. It was said that I think it was like half of the people that we put on commissions are from Seminole Hills. There's 105 volunteers in the city. 14 are from Seminole Hills and what's your subject? West something, I went, Cambridge, where's it, West? No, not Brightmire. Yes, Westendorf, thank you. I could, sticking my, including Westendorf. There's 14 people out of 105 people that are from the Seminole Hills area. And the other thing is, applications. The last 2 people we put onto the board when I wasn't here, those were the only applications we received. So it's important for everybody in this community. You want to get involved, start at the ground up, and put your applications in. We have openings for almost every committee now. And the clerk's office reads it, it's on the web page, it's was in the Clementine. So please, if you know somebody that wants to get interested, get involved in the city, some are a few hours, some take a little bit more time, but at least you get to feel what's going on in the city from those committees. So please, get the word out there and get those out. Mr. Button.
Yes.
It has been a pleasure in all my years working on this with commissioners. It's been a pleasure to work with you. You are extremely humble. You're kind. You are one of these people that you can talk to in confident, get advice from, which I've done many times.
Thank you.
And you just make it a better place, the whole city a better place. You made this commission a better commission. I never knew 2 more humble, caring people as I did with Sonny and with Mr. Button. I put them in the same box together.
Thank you.
And it's been just my pleasure to be able to work with both of them and to know that you are going to continue giving your time to the Family Drug Coalition. We're kind of reorganizing and getting that back up working, and that you'll still be in this city that you love. And I know you love it. I know Sonny loved the city, and it just showed. So I just want to thank you for being here, and thank you for giving your 8 years to this city.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks to everybody that had all those kind words. I really appreciate it.
And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.